Melanie Warner, Pandora's Lunchbox: How Processed Food Took Over the American Meal. Embark on a journey that explores the intricate world of processed food and its impact on the American meal with Melanie Warner's Pandora's Lunchbox. This book summary delves into the various factors shaping the food industry, from innovative techniques used to lower manufacturing costs to the role of additives in ensuring product longevity. It examines the paradox between nutrition and convenience, the metamorphosis of food technology, and its ethical implications. Furthermore, it reflects on the progression of food regulations and the profit-driven approach toward fortifying products with vitamins and minerals. Prepare to discover the hidden truths behind some of your favorite foods and understand the significance of a balanced and wholesome diet.
Unpacking the World of Food Science. The annual meeting of the Institute of Food Technologists takes place in New Orleans' Memorial Convention Center, displaying a range of ingredients, from familiar ones like vanilla extract and dried fruit to lesser-known items like algae-based flour and inner pea fiber. All the showcased products aim to lower the production cost of foods. The dark side of food technology. Food technology has enabled the creation of cheaper and convenient food products, but this has come at a cost. Starch thickeners and cellulose additives have been used to reduce production costs while maintaining the same taste and appearance of food products. Even fresh berries, an expensive ingredient used in prepared foods, have been replaced with flavorings and just 6% of the actual fruit. This has led to a growing concern over the nutritional value of processed foods and the quality of ingredients used in them. However, food technology can also serve a noble purpose, such as researching ways to reduce harmful bacteria and developing healthier options. Thus, it is important to balance the convenience offered by food technology with the nutritional value and quality of ingredients used, to ensure that we are not just consuming empty calories with no nutritional value. Unveiling the Truth About Food. Dr. Harvey Wiley conducted an experiment in 1902 where he fed 12 men borax-tainted food to prove the necessity of evaluating commercially prepared foods for safety. He found that food sold as pure Vermont maple syrup was derived from cheap glucose, imported Italian olive oil was actually Alabama cottonseed oil, and bread was bulked with sawdust. He also uncovered that the food industry was using chemical preservatives on spoiled meat and deodorizing eggs with formaldehyde for baking. In the 20th century, the food industry's growth aimed for innovation and creativity to increase sales and profit rather than creating healthier products. After Upton Sinclair's book, The Jungle, exposed the unsafe meat packing plants in Chicago, President Theodore Roosevelt introduced the Federal Meat Inspection Act and Pure Food and Drug Act of 1906. The need for food regulations was evident even during the early 1900s, and it continues to exist today. The Cheesy Success Story. James Lewis Kraft, a cheese vendor in the early 1900s who wanted to develop a cheese that wouldn't spoil, accidentally created a smooth, creamy glop of cheddar after absent-mindedly stirring heated cheese for 15 minutes. This cheese had no troublesome bacteria and became an overnight success. This success led Kraft's sales to grow from $500,000 to $36 million in 1926. Later, the Kraft Company substituted some of the actual cheese in its products with a cheaper milk-like substance that reduced production costs but didn't meet government standards. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, gave Kraft three options: revert to its original formula, work on changing the processed cheese standards, or call the product by a different name. Kraft chose to rename its product Pasteurized Prepared Cheese Product. The rise and fall of cereal fortification. John Harvey Kellogg, the inventor of flaked cereal and founder of a health-oriented lifestyle, believed that coffee was harmful to the liver and sexual intercourse led to major diseases and erectile dysfunction. His discovery of flaked cereal, born out of an accidental mush in water, became a hit when the public started craving sweet cereal against Kellogg's health principles, leading to the removal of healthy ingredients such as corn germ and bran, making cereal nutritionally deficient. Robert Choate's study in 1970 revealed that two-thirds of cereals contained few beneficial ingredients and were referred to as empty calories that could cause malnutrition. Within 2 years, manufacturers resorted to fortify cereals with vitamins and minerals, advertising them as new and improved. Nevertheless, the idea of supplements and fortified cereals does little to prevent malnutrition, contradicting the idea of trying to eat healthily in the first place. The evolution of vitamins. From the discovery of vitamins in the early 1900s to their mass addition in processed foods, the journey has been driven by profit rather than consumer health. Physician Christian Eichmann and biochemist Casimir Funk contributed to the discovery of vitamins. Eichmann observed beriberi in chickens that ate polished rice, but the condition went away when they switched to whole brown rice. Funk named the 13 vitamins and 14 minerals the body needs, which manufacturers started adding to processed foods in the 1930s. However, this trend was more about profits than improving the nutrition of consumers. The health value of whole foods. In a 2011 study, researchers found that humans require only potassium and vitamins D, E, and K. Consuming synthetic nutrients instead of whole foods is common practice but can contribute to chronic illnesses. Whole foods provide phytochemicals such as polyphenol, carotenoids, and flavonoids, which have numerous health benefits. These compounds help ward off pathogens and maintain healthy blood pressure while reducing the risk of cancer and heart disease. Fresh broccoli sprouts offer 7 times more phytochemicals than their synthetic counterparts. It is essential to prioritize whole foods in our diets for optimal health. The dangerous loopholes of the U.S. Food-Additive law. In 1958, the U.S. government enacted a law requiring FDA's review of all new food additive substances. FDA compiled a list of generally recognized as safe, GRA, items, which are known to be safe for consumption. However, powerful food companies can manipulate this loophole by hiring unqualified experts to evaluate the safety of their products and earn GRA designations. This process is preferred by firms to lengthy testing of food additives by the FDA, which has not updated its evaluations since 1972. Shockingly, many so-called experts with doctorates lack the necessary scientific knowledge for safety assessments. Moreover, studies on the toxic effects of less than 50% of the additives present in our food are published. Overconsumption of some additives like phosphate, commonly used in processed foods, can lead to serious health complications. Soybean oil, a costly trade-off. Soybean oil is a cheap ingredient in processed foods, but its extraction and processing methods have harmful consequences. Soybean oil, the least expensive option for manufacturers, is a crucial ingredient in processed food items despite its strong odor and bad taste. The process of extracting oil from the soybeans involves drying, dehulling, cracking, and flattening, followed by solvent extraction. However, the solvent used to extract non-organic soybean oil contains hexane, which OSHA characterizes as a neurotoxin. Moreover, to prevent the oil from going bad, it is partially hydrogenated, which results in the development of artery-clogging trans fats. Although people consume soy protein in deli meats and other products as a cheap filler, it has no health benefits. In contrast, whole bean soy products like tofu, tempeh, tarami, and soy sauce have been part of the Japanese diet for years, but soybean oil was not widely consumed. The American Heart Association's president has even urged revocation of the claim that soy protein contributes to coronary health. In summary, while soybean oil is a cost-effective ingredient, its methods of extraction and processing have harmful consequences that outweigh its cost benefits. Achieving a healthy omega balance. Consuming a diet high in omega-6 fats can contribute to various health issues, including heart disease, cancer, and depression that stem from inflammation. This overconsumption typically results from processed foods and animal products. To regain a healthy balance, 1 to 3 omega-6 fats should be consumed for each omega-3 fat. Avoiding processed foods and minimizing the intake of animal products with high omega-6 fat content can help achieve a balanced diet. The importance of fiber in food. The benefits of fiber in our diet are significant, from slowing digestion to reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes. However, despite the advantages, most Americans still prefer processed foods that lack naturally occurring fiber. Many processed foods contain added fibers to make up for this, but these may not always be healthy. While companies are making strides to offer healthier options, consumers should be aware of empty ingredients replacing fat and sugar. Limiting processed food intake to 30% can help maintain a healthier diet.
In Pandora's Lunchbox, Melanie Warner presents a comprehensive dissection of the processed food industry that governs the American meal, highlighting the priority given to lowering manufacturing costs and ensuring long-term shelf life. The book explores how food technology has shaped the industry and the common practice of using additives at the expense of nutrition. Additionally, Warner offers insights into the arduous process of food regulation and the rise of fortified products as a means for companies to enhance sales and profits. Overall, the book illuminates the intricate web of the food industry and emphasizes the crucial impact of a balanced and mindful diet on overall health and well-being.